A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Brown 80.
Allen comes out throwing. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now they have 3rd and short.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. On target to Moore. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First and 10. Here's Allen. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they have the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Backed up just a bit following the penalty. Here's 1st and 20. They send a man in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start for the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
All right, following the incompletion, here's 2nd down. To the air again, Allen. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Bates.
Allen's pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tutu. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Come on, come on. Track him. Past the 60, past the 60.
Pistol now for Milrow. Like a good target drop, Neighbors is there. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
19. Cowboy 80. Bronco switch. Ready?
Tootin on first and 10. You can do it on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up the second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hot quick right side. They take this ahead to the 34-yard line. And tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Ready? 19 lot. Hawk 70. Hawk, go.
Throw here, third down. That's dropped underneath. Tootin. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. A lot of game left, partner, but it would be a shame not to punish your opponents for making mistakes so early.
Yep, they come through on third down, and the chance of transforming that turnover into a touchdown still exists.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cougar 19. Hey.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. That one connects. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
4 yards.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the move.
He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be second and 12. Staying with Walker. Good run there, about 9, but still third down coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
To the line. Here's third and 3. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And the in the hands of his running back, Walker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So well, there in the huddle, partner. We've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at first down here. Play action now with Allen. He puts some air under it deep down the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Savon Revel with the pick. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
This is such a the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
So first down from the 41.
18, Pioneer. County Lions. Tight. 19, 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Falcon first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Reload.
Inside give here for Tootin. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained 1 yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Milrow from the gun. In the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Butker to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Running with Walker again. Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Allen on 3rd down. Brought in on the side by Moore. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Allen now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Allen setting up play action. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
This offense looking to converge as they come up on third down. Here he goes, third and long. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So that brings up fourth and long. On now is a local product. Played his high school ball at Norcross. Jake Camarda to punt. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, go!
Quick throw is caught. Finding room at the 30. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Off the play fake, Milrow. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
That's the 35. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons foot racing them to the halftime locker room.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys nothing. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10. Toss play. This is Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
It's Allen out of the pistol. That's incomplete on second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Into the hands of Harrison. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action now. Allen. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. Things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Allen gonna throw again. Hopkins driving in, and they're gonna bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard. When you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long. Likely our last